Hi guys, welcome back to the Butterfly Effect podcast. Previously I said see you in the future. Well, it looks like the future is now. Jack, we have just had a Directive 8020 trailer. We weren't expecting it. Our eyes were peeled for lost records, but here we are, and we've got some Directive 8020 news. There's quite a little bit to unpack, mate. But I think we start off with the fact that we know who our celebrity actress is going to be, mate.
We do, and I'm so surprised. Like Lashana Lynch, obviously, speaking as a Bond fan, she was in the most recent Bond film, but I know she's been in other things as well. But for me, that's a really big coup, for Supermassive Games to get an actress of her standing into one of these games. That's really impressive. And from what I've seen, in terms of the performance, and from what I've gathered so far, it looks like she's going to be a really strong lead. So I can't wait to see how she fits into this canon, mate.
She is an absolute up and coming actress. She's she's been on the scene for quite a while, but mainly it's No Time to Die. A lot of people will know her from Captain Marvel, and she was recently in the Bob Marley One Love film apparently. So quite a high caliber actress. So really epic to see her. So we'll have to see what she can bring to the performance. But the other thing to kind of really mention, mate, is that I thought your eyes would light up when you saw this trailer, because you have been pining for a game that's similar to The Thing with Shapeshifting. Well, mate, we had two Lashana Lynches in the on the ship, one looking at the other, clearly consumed by some evil presence there. How do you feel, mate? You're getting your dream game.
Dude, I'm so excited. We've literally got a playlist called The Next Supermassive Game, and I pitched in my story for a shape-shifting villain, and it looks like we're getting it in this, on top of other villains as well, which we'll get into. Oh God, this premise, it's so intriguing, because what's that going to do for the choices? You don't know who you're talking to. It could spice up the dialogue scenes, which I really pitched for in the survey as well that they put out. So I can't wait to get my hands on this, mate. It's literally come true that they're gonna take inspiration from The Thing. So proper on board.
Yeah, and honestly, this isn't really gonna matter to anyone else, but as you know, Jack, you've been trying to get me to watch the series The Traitors for a while. So I've been really into that whole detective mode of figuring out people's body language, who's telling the truth, who's lying. I love doing that kind of stuff, that detective work. And it looks like we're getting this in this game as well, so I can continue doing that in this video game. So absolutely hyped for that one. One other thing to mention, you did say another villain. Is it The Thing meets The Last of Us? We have people covered in mushrooms. I mean, it looks like a page completely ripped out of The Last of Us. Not the worst thing, it's a formula that works, but it looks like we're getting some kind of maybe hive mind or infection from mushrooms. Is this purple moss that we're potentially seeing? So what do you have to make of that, mate?
Yeah, really cool. I mean, personally, because I've not got a PlayStation, I've not played The Last of Us, so I don't know too much about it, but I love the fact that there's a different type of villain. I wonder how this particular villain ties in with the shape-shifting one. Whether they're sort of coming from the same family, or whether they're just two completely different threats on board the ship. But I'm really down. We've seen it in The Devil in Me. You had elements of Saw in there, The Shining, The Psycho, very strong and iconic horror, films and franchises. But obviously here we've got The Thing in terms of a film, but also The Last of Us in terms of video game. I'm glad that they took that bold move to throw these things together and craft their own story from it. So again, it's ticking boxes, mate. And you know what, as a final pointer, I've said before about in DPA season 1, we've talked about the facial animations and perhaps there needs to be an upgrade in the graphics. Boy, does this announcement trailer seem to deliver that as well. I'm really, really impressed with what the team have managed to do in the past couple of years.
You know what? You're completely right. They look different. They look polished. They look a lot more realistic. I mean, they were never bad to begin with, but they look like taking a year out has somehow credited them. When the trailer came on, when I caught it initially, mate, I wasn't sure if it was Directive 8020. I saw the purple sky in the background, and I was like, it's gotta be, surely. But then I was like, nah, it's not ominous enough. There's no curator speaking. I'm like, it can't be. And then I saw sort of the Joey face model, and I was like, oh my god, it is. And yeah, my mind went back and forth. So yeah, it looks like we're getting a little bit of a rebrand, to be honest. Last thing to mention, I mean, it does look like we get a kick-ass weapon with the electrocutor thing, so it'll be cool to see if we can use that. The only last thing as well is that we've got 2 confirmed face models. So if we're taking like Little Hope as an example, we've got Daniel and Taylor, you know, so we've got those 2 face models that are returning. I wouldn't say I'm bummed by it, but I will say those are 2 of the more overused ones, so I would have liked a bit more of a rotation. Like, I'm talking Danny, the Asian guy, I'm talking like the one who's Felicity in a Hidden Agenda, that Asian girl potentially. So we'll have to see who's playing who, mate. Any further comments?
Maybe it's because off the back of they weren't in The Devil in Me, were they? So maybe they're just reusing them because, you know, they was back in Little Hope or something like that. As to why there comes in. What one I'd like to see is, you know, at the end of The Devil in Me, where you get that like post-credit scene and the girl comes in, like she's in Hidden Agenda as well. I think she plays as the lawyer. I'd really like to see that character model get like a lead role in the main cast as well.
Very well. Well, guys, that was our little fresh reaction to the Directive 8020 announcement trailer. Let us know what you thought of it. And also let us know what you think of Lashana Lynch featuring in this game. Are you a big fan of the actress? What do you reckon she's going to bring to the table? Jack, any further things to add?
Yeah, guys, so obviously if you are very, very excited for Directive 8020 like we are, then do take a look at the channel. We've got a playlist there waiting for you. We've got a Dark Pictures playlist, Until Dawn. If you're big fans of Supermassive, then definitely check our channel out. Hope you enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Take care, guys.